What's up everyone, and welcome back to another merchandise update video. And yes, I'm back with another one very soon after my previous one, which was only a month ago. This one, obviously if you've read the title, is because it is in celebration of my birthday. And with a birthday, you get stuff, you get bought gifts and items and whatnot. So I'm going to be showing off the merch related items that I've received relating to Doctor Who or metal or any other like regalia that I've picked up or received from people as gifts. So yeah, going in with the CDs first and foremost, we have a Doctor Who CD. And this one is The Web Planet. It's an audio book, it's not a big finish, but it's narrated by Maureen O'Brien, which is also awesome. I met Maureen O'Brien a few years ago, she was really polite and nice, which is awesome. But yeah, this is a cool little CD here. I'm excited to delve into this. I need to watch the episode on DVD first. Or do you think I should listen to this first? That's an interesting conundrum. I'm not sure which to experience first, whether this or the TV episode. Definitely something I've got to sit on and think about what I want to do there. But nonetheless, very glad to have it. Next on the list, we have a ton of albums. Once again, a bunch of metal and yeah, which is typical of me at this point. But we're going to go and show off what I got. Starting with Slayer's Show No Mercy, an album I've had my eyes on for a little while. It's their first album, so naturally it's going to be a good one because it's Slayer. I think my favourite songs on here that I like are Black Magic, obviously, Show No Mercy is good, Final Command is good, Fight Till Death is also really good, Evil Has No Boundaries is an alright opener. It's a really solid album, and it is an album I'm very happy to have because you can't go wrong with Slayer. Slayer is an amazing band, one of my favourite thrash metal bands of all time, honestly. And look at the cover's like black, with like that black background with just lots of reds. It's a really striking cover, you know? It's really unique. It really does stand out, I think. But no, that was Show No Mercy by Slayer. Next, we have an album that I was jumping with joy when I realised that I got this for my birthday. I finally have Heaven and Hell on CD. It's about fucking time. Heaven and Hell happens to be my absolute favourite Black Sabbath album of all time. It is one of my favourites ever. One of my favourite albums to ever be, like, to ever exist in the world. I love it so much. And the fact this is a dual case as well, having like a bunch of B-side tracks on here as well. A bunch of like demos on here. And also have a few live versions. It's just brilliant. This whole album is amazing. Neon Nights, Children of the Sea, Lady Evil, Heaven and Hell, Wishing Well, Die Young happens to be my favourite on the album. Walk Away is good and Lonely is the Word. Just so many good tracks on here. I love this. And the album cover is good. Deluxe Expanded Edition. The fact that I've got this edition is just so awesome because I love this album so much. Anyway, I'm going to shut up now. I'm going to move on to the next album that I received, which is, an album by a band that I really do love. This one is my favourite album by Darkthrone Panzerfaust. Finally, I own this CD. This is one of my favourite black metal albums ever. There are so many good tracks on here that I love to bits, honestly. This whole thing is good. This is, yeah, I don't know what else to say, really. It's just really good black metal. This is one of the best black metal albums to ever exist, and yeah, and even the album cover is beautiful. It's a great album. I'm glad to finally own it. Speaking of black metal, we have my second favourite black metal album, or first. I've always dwindled between which one of these is my favourite black metal album, but nonetheless, Panzer Division, Marduk. Yeah, it's always been between this one and Panzerfaust as to which one I prefer out of the two, like as to which one I like more when it comes to like my favourite black metal albums. But both of them are amazing. I think maybe I'll go with Panzer Division Marduk as my favourite black metal album, but it's close. It is really close, to be honest. Marduk happens to be my favourite black metal band as well, so maybe I'm biased towards that. But there are so many good songs on there. Blood Dawn, especially, is an amazing song. Baptism by Fire is really good. Obviously, the title track is really good. There's just so many good songs on here. Scorched Earth. I love Scorched Earth. This whole album is just amazing, to be honest. And obviously, this album inspired Sabaton, so win-win, to be honest. But yeah, Panzer Division Marduk, fucking amazing album. If you haven't listened to any black metal, definitely try that album, or Panzerfaust by Darkthrone. Those are two great black metal albums to start with if you don't know where to start. Alright, next we have... Oh, this one... Oh, I'm really, really glad I have this. Okay, so I got a triple pack of Manowar. These 3 albums are great, and I had 2 of the 3 on my birthday list, so my parents saw this, I think in HMV or something, and were just like, ah, these are 2 of the 3 albums that he wants, why not just buy this 3-pack? So, here we have it. We have, obviously, Warriors of the World, Kings of Metal, and then Triumph of Steel, which are 3 of Manowar's most popular albums, under this label at least. Yeah, really, really happy to have this. Manowar is a really, really good power metal band, so having this is obviously a win, and the fact you've got 3 in 1 as well is just a steal. But yeah, there's not really else to say really. Just that these 2 albums, especially here, are brilliant, and this one is underrated, to say the least. But yeah, that's it. Triple pack of Manowar albums. Can't go wrong with that. Next, we have an underrated album here. We have Firepower by Judas Priest, with interesting packaging. It's packaged in the form of a hardback book, a tiny hardback book at that. But look, it's like a book thing here, but it's got a CD in it, trust me. We'll get there. The album art is amazing for this album. It came out in 2018, I think. And in this book, you have, like, the lyrics and shit, which is just an awesome design for like, a CD case or a book or whatever. Evil Never Dies lyrics there. Obviously, you have Necromancer lyrics and Children of the Sun over there. There are so many good tracks on here. Rising from Ruins happens to be one of my favourites. Where's Traitor's Gate? That's probably my favourite. Traitor's Gate, there it is. Love Traitor's Gate. It's my favourite album. Favourite song on the album, rather. And then in here, you obviously have the CD itself, which I won't get out because I don't want to get my grubby fingers all over it and ruin the disc. A great album here, once again. I love Firepower. It's a really, really solid album by Judas Priest. So, yeah. All right, there you go. Next up, the final CD that I have to show for today is a CD that I've had my eyes on for a long, long time. And it is Deceiver of the Gods by a Monomorph. Brilliant. I'm a big fan of a Monomorph, if that wasn't obvious enough. So, getting this album is brilliant. There are so many good songs on here that I love. Warriors of the North I love. Blood Eagle is pretty good. Father of the Wolf I really like. Hell is good. Coming of the Tide is amazing. Shapeshifter is pretty decent as well. There are just so many good tracks on here that I just can't help but jam the shit out of. It's such a good album. Monomorph is just a really, really good band, and this album is no exception. It's a great, you know, continuation of their arsenal of albums, as it were. But yeah, great album, love it. Right, let's move on to the only DVD that I own, that I received for my birthday this year, which is surprising. Not Doctor Who, but it is from a show that I really do enjoy. Take your guesses, because I'm about to show you Walking Dead Season 10. I love Walking Dead, and Season 11 is in the middle of being broadcast as we speak, and I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that we get a good ending to the show, because Season 11 is meant to be the final season of the show. Season 10 is just a continuation of the series, but it's a good season. It's an extended season as well. You have 22 episodes, which is really cool. Partially is because of, you know, COVID and that. But anyway, this is it's a good season. It has some really good episodes in there, so I'm very, very glad to have it. Plus, I have the other 9 seasons already on DVD, so it would be a shame if I didn't also have this on my shelf with them. So yeah. But I'm hoping that Season 11 does deliver with, like, a good final season, because we've got, like, 9 episodes left of the whole show before it concludes. So, fingers crossed we get a good ending to our story for The Walking Dead. I hope so, because I don't want it to end like Game of Thrones did, because that broke me. Game of Thrones' ending as a show was harsh, was rough for me. It did. Anyway, moving on. That's Walking Dead Season 10. Next up in this collection update video, we have a flag. A flag of metal might and awesomeness. It is a flag of Marduk. Panzer Division Marduk. I don't know if you can see that. I'm going to have to move the camera right back. Hold on. I don't know how far back I can take it without hitting the wall, but I'll give it a go. This isn't going to show it all, but it's going to show more of the design than it would have. So that is the design. It's the album cover for Panzer Division Marduk. Can you see that? I hope you can. There you go. That's as best as I can show it. But it's a cool flag. You'll probably see it stuck on my wall in future videos in my room somewhere. So, yeah, I'm really, really happy to have this flag, because I love Marduk, and I love their album Panzer Division Marduk. So yeah, definitely be a great addition to the wall of stuff, that's for sure. Next up, we have, speaking of Panzer Division Marduk and having the CD and the flag, my parents thought they'd give me the complete set, so they gave me the t-shirts. I think they figured out that I love this band and I love this album, so they really went all out and bought me all three. The CD, the flag, and the t-shirt of it. So I am not complaining. And it also has a back design as well, which is brilliant. Black Metal War Machine, I love it. It's so cool. Such a good shirt, actually. I do appreciate it when band t-shirts do have like printing on the back of it. But obviously the God's tier band t-shirts are the ones that have printing on the sleeves and that. But anyway, that's a whole different story. Right, we have another band t-shirt, which sadly does not have any design on the back, but a sick-ass design on the front, which is Bloodbath. My favourite death metal band, Bloodbath. So, yeah, my parents realised that I'm a fan of Bloodbath, so they went ahead and bought me a lovely t-shirt of theirs, which is amazing. Not really else to say, really. I think it's a design inspired by their Grand Morbid Funeral album. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, there's not really else to say, really, besides I'm very, very glad to have it. I'm very, very proud to have a t-shirt of my favourite death metal band, and really represent them in public and wear their shirt there. Same with Marduk and that. But yeah, that's it for the t-shirts and flags. Let's move on to the Doctor Who figures, of which I have loads today. Oh my god, I have loads of figures this time around. It was a haul and a half for this. Let's go through and show you what I got. First of all, I got the Keys of Marinus set with Ian and these two lovely fellas either side of him. Great set. It's the first time I've ever had an Ian figure. I think this is the first time an Ian figure's been ever released by character options, so yeah, brilliant. Very, 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 very glad to have this, because like I say, these look these lovely little fellas in here look really, really cool. They've got different designs each. They could have just sold the set with two of the same model, but no, they went all out and they gave us two slightly different designs for the monster, which is great. And then obviously Ian in the middle, brilliant. I would talk more about this set, but there are two more figure sets that I've got to show, so I'm going to quickly yoink this off screen and show you the second to last one. Companions of the Fourth Doctor, another amazing set. One thing that would have made this set more perfect, and obviously there is more chances I'll get to get this figure, but I would have liked it if this set featured Sarah Jane, then Leela, and then Romana. Probably Romana too. Mary Tam, or sorry, not Mary Tam. Lala Ward would have been is the superior Romana, if you ask me. I do like Mary Tam's Romana as well, which is in the middle there, but she only features in Key to Time, and I don't really visit Key to Time that often. If I visit Key to Time, I'm needing to watch like the whole thing, if that makes sense, rather than just a couple episodes. I can't just jump in and watch Pirate Planet. I'd have to watch all of them, if you know that makes sense. So yeah, I do like Romana 1 as well, but Lala Ward's Romana is the better Romana for me personally. But we've got a Sarah Jane figure as well. Love Sarah Jane, so I'm very, very happy to have this set. I'm glad that I've got some Companions of the Fourth Doctor in my collection now. But speaking of the Fourth Doctor, there is one more set I've got to show you. A set that I've had my eyes on ever since it was announced, and I've been just praying for this set to land in my lap at some point. Robot. Yes! I love it. I love this fucking set so much for so many reasons. One, Robot is one of my favourite Doctor Who stories. It's from season 12, and anybody who's been keeping along with my channel for a long time, with the Doctor Who videos at least, I love the season 12 of the classic series of Who, and this is the first episode of Who. This is a set of it. So, yeah. And plus, obviously, season 12's Fourth Doctor costume is here as well, with the red coat and the weird long green scarf he has. So this is an amazing set. I'm very, very happy to have this. The fact I've got the robot, the Vok robot, not the Vok. It's not the Vok robot. That's a different robot in Doctor Who. The giant robot, I guess you'd call it, but just the robot. I'm glad that I've got this set. I'm rambling now. I'm stumbling over my words because I'm just so dumbfounded that I finally have a figure of the robot. and the season 12 Fourth Doctor. This set is so good. It's hard to... The only time that I've been more excited for a Doctor Who set is the Remembrance of the Daleks set with Ace and an Imperial Dalek. This set looks so cool, and yeah, anyway, I'm gonna shut up now. Those are the figures. I'm very, very happy to have these sets. Very excited to open those up. And now, 2 more items. 2 very, very cool items. Yeah, do you remember how I was mentioning earlier about Game of Thrones and how the show's ending kind of upset me? Well, there was a book series that the show was based on called A Song of Ice and Fire. And that author, George R. R. Martin, of that book series, A Song of Ice and Fire, published a world book of the lore and the expanded universe of Game of Thrones. And here it is, World of Ice and Fire. Yes, I got this from a friend, a very dear friend of mine. Realised that I've been raving about the book series of A Game of Thrones, World of Ice and Fire, Song of Ice and Fire rather, and found this, the World of Ice and Fire expanded universe book, world book thing, with all these different stories of long lost lands beyond just Westeros and all that shite. It's very, very exciting stuff. I love this book. I love just reading through and just reading about all these Lovecraftian monsters that are said to be like across the narrow sea and all that shite. This will mean nothing to anyone who hasn't actually watched Game of Thrones or read the book series at least, but it's an amazing item. I love the shit out of this book. I've read through so many pages of this already. The best part about this book is that, like, I don't have to read it in order. I can just go through the blurb, like yeah, not the blurb, the contents page, and it will tell me, oh, if I want to read about the Reach, or if I want to read about Beyond the Three Cities, or the Bones and Beyond, I can just skip through to the page that it's on, and just read about the Lost City of Yi Ti, or whatever. I know this will mean nothing to a lot of people who don't even care about Game of Thrones or anything like that, but it's exciting to me. And this book is fucking awesome. So, yeah. That's it for that book. Let's move on to the last item in this collection video, which is... God damn, this book is heavy. Anyway, the last item is a vinyl. Avenged Sevenfold, sounding the 7th trumpet. My God, this is an awesome item to have in my collection. I already have the vinyl of Diamonds in the Rough, an album by the same band. Avenged Sevenfold is my favourite band, so the fact I've got another vinyl of theirs, and it's their first vinyl as well, their first album as a vinyl, is just amazing. The album cover looks so sick, doesn't it? Like, with the Death Bat, like, greyed out underneath, like, the purpled sort of, like, text there. It just looks so cool. This album is sick. Here are the tracks in the album if you want to have a read. Maybe search them up on Spotify or something. It's an amazing album. I love it. And I'm very, very glad to have it on vinyl. Not really much else to say there, except yay. Very, very happy to have this vinyl here. So, yeah, that's it, really. Those are all the items I received in this merch video. So, there you go. What I'm going to do now is collect up all the items in this video and put them on a display right now to close off the video for y'all. And there you have it. Everything from this video, all on a display to close off said video, with the exception of the t-shirts and the flag, and obviously the second Vord. Anyway, there you have it. That has been everything for this merch update video for April 2022. Hope you guys enjoyed. I certainly enjoyed unwrapping all these lovely birthday presents that I received this year. I've been bloody spoiled, haven't I? But nonetheless, I hope you guys enjoyed, and yeah, I guess I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.